If you hopped in a time machine and went back to Tokyo in the 1970s, sat down at a sushi counter, and asked for a couple pieces of salmon nigiri, the chef would look at you funny. For as popular as salmon nigiri is today, Japan didn't begin using salmon in sushi until well into the 1980s. Japan, of course, had access to salmon before the 80s, salmon its fishermen caught in the Pacific Ocean. But this wild-caught Pacific salmon was filled with parasites, and for food safety reasons was almost exclusively cooked instead of eaten raw. Norway in the mid-80s had a surplus of salmon from its booming aquaculture industry. Their Atlantic salmon is fattier than Pacific salmon because of genetic differences, the colder Atlantic water, and aquaculture practices, which translates well to being eaten raw. And the Norwegian farmed salmon was less susceptible to parasites, decreasing the associated risk of foodborne illness. In 1985, the Norwegian Seafood Export Council, with backing from the Minister of Fisheries, instituted Project Japan, a decade-long economic initiative to introduce Norwegian salmon to the Japanese market. It took almost a decade for salmon nigiri to truly catch on in Japan, including a rename to salmon, Japanese celebrity chef endorsements, and a lot of culinary experimentation, but today salmon nigiri is incredibly popular in Japan and globally. I, of course, am not a sushi chef. You'll even catch me watching TikToks on how to exactly press my sushi rice for a piece of nigiri. Far from perfect, but I got it to the point where I had some tasty pieces by pressing a small ball of rice in my dampened hand into a small brick, placing the salmon atop the rice, and then pressing down with my other hand to shape the fish to the rice. Cut with some soy sauce, the fake wasabi, which is basically just horseradish dyed green, and sesame seeds, and we're in business. My salmon cuts were too thick, and some were so bad I just turned them into a spicy salmon poke bowl, but despite my amateur status, making nigiri at home was definitely more approachable than I initially thought. And this is Jacob cannot cook, after all. Thank you for watching. Follow along for videos every Thursday.